Hi all, and welcome to Night Rips, here in the home of Snoring Dog Studios. Sorry, she is sleeping heavy tonight, so let's go ahead and get to another opening. This is going to be another rip of 4 packs from the 1991 Topps Stadium Club, the Premier Edition. As you've seen in previous videos, 1991 was the year that Topps decided to get into the more premium cards. And these, I think these were going for about $2 a pack for 12 cards. Now, it was a totally different model for them. You know, as we've seen before, pretty standard Topps was the card stock that was rough in the back, smooth in the front. You know, a lot of facts in the back, no images, it was just stats, and then just a basic image on the front. This was actually their first attempt, and I wouldn't say attempt because this was a product that they continued for with this year, it's been 30 straight years of creating a more premium product, kind of like what Fleer did with Fleer Ultra, what Donruss did it. Obviously, Upper Deck started the game with images on the front and back. So this was Topps' entry to all of that, which actually turned out to be pretty good for them because they've been around since then for 30 years, whereas all the other ones, well, the other ones went on to do other things, or in case of people like Pinnacle Score, or doesn't exist anymore. Of course, part of that was, at least for baseball, it's because in 2004, that was the year that Topps got the exclusive deal for all of Major League Baseball. And unfortunately, as of this year, and we'll see how, because I think they're going to do a lawsuit, but Topps is, after 70 years, is losing its exclusive rights. It's losing baseball, so that will be sad if it does come to pass. I don't really know what I think about Fanatics getting into the game, because that's like the company I always just bought my jerseys from. All right, so as before, there was this whole bar system that Topps got into of extending their stats more than just a basic stat line, and I'll show you what that looks like. But we will go through these cards somewhat quickly. Oh, look at that. Back to back. Definitely a collation problem with that pack. Of course, if that's the only problem that Topps had, I know Topps, you very rarely heard of the errors that you heard from the other companies. And that's probably one of the reasons I'm concerned about Topps losing the rights to do MLB. Is because what's going to happen to the quality of cards that Topps currently does. And every once in a while they screw things up, but they tend to make it right. I mean, obviously, whenever a card's damaged or you're missing a hit, like my Jonah Heim, that was a card that they sent for a missing hit, so I can't complain. There's Donnie Baseball. Wow, she is snoring heavy right now. So I apologize if you're picking that up. And the louder I try to talk, the louder it sounds like she gets. I have to see if I can take some of that out in post-editing. But if not, know that I guess I'll take it as a sign that she doesn't like listening to me talk about my baseball cards. Jack Howell. I know we'll try to talk over her quite a bit, but yeah, she might actually do better than me when it comes to producing sound. It's always a problem when you have a short-nosed dog. They do tend to snore a little bit more than the regular snout. but she has been the one that stayed with me through all this entire pandemic. Okay, in this case, this is another one of those club membership, and it's really interesting to see which cards you could actually get. Randy Johnson was card number 4 in this. Ricky Henderson's in there. Mike Witt. Trying to see, there's Nolan Ryan. See who else jumps. Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey and Ken Griffey Jr. card. That would have been a neat one. Bobby Thigpen. George Brett. Cecil Fielder. Ryan Sandberg. Eric Davis. Sandy Alomar. Dave Justice. Yeah, definitely some nice. There's another Ricky Henderson. Barry Bonds. Definitely some nice cards there. Of course, the only way you can get those now are via eBay, since you had to be a member of the club in order to get those cards. And that club no longer exists. To get members-only cards now, those are case hits when you purchase, either hobby boxes or... I actually pulled one out of a blaster box, and you can catch that in one of my videos. There's Ryan Sandberg. Speaking, of course, members only card would be a little bit different. It would be marked as members. I think it's members choice. And I have gotten some of those out of some of the loose auctions that I acquire. There's Julio Franco, very nice action shot there. So that's the thing, is you don't necessarily. I do like ripping packs just to. Oh, there's Bobby Bonilla. And I think Bobby Bonilla Day is actually in November. And if you're ever interested in that, I think that Pirates has to pay him the Mets has to pay him like $1 million and something every year until like 2035 or something like that. It's crazy, the deal that he had worked up. I wish I had a deal like that. He said he'll be almost 70, or he'll be over 70 years old whenever that deal's done. So not too shabby. That's an ultimate retirement right there. But as I was saying, I like ripping the packs just for the, excitement of seeing what you can find. There's Ruben Sierra. If you get a chance and you can purchase, some loose stuff. Now, granted, you got to be careful, especially if you're watching for corners, edges, whatnot. Like you want to get one of these graded. But if you're just going for the collection, which is kind of some of the stuff that I am doing, I would, go ahead and look at the auctions. And you may actually find, I have actually found the members' choice cards in some of the auctions that I have purchased from. I have a good set of the 1992 Stadium Club, because I am going to try to finish this entire set. So yeah, it's definitely something that you can still look at, and potentially you wouldn't be paying the premium price that you pay for unopened, unripped wax. I still buy this so that I can come up with content for the channel, but there are options. Okay, if you notice, I'm right in the middle. They always put one of these cards. This is a case of another bars. And say proof it even unopened. Like this one has actually a little bit of an edge problem right there. So just gotta be careful. There's Mike Fitzgerald and the floating bat. Again, they try to take these as action shots, so those are always fun. Of course, that's not an action shot. That's a confused look on a pitcher. Or Mike Jeffcoat. Was he a pitcher? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, he was. And of course, this is definitely a pitcher card, because you'll see his pitches against left-handers and right-handers. And then on all the cards, they always show what was the first Topps card that they were on. So very nice. This is Series 1, so Series 1 actually is the first 300 cards. I'm guessing Series 2 would be the next 300, and Series 3 would be what's left. I do have, oh, looky here. I do have Series 1 and Series 2 boxes right now. So this is pretty iconic, and actually this is pretty cool because if you remember, if you go back and look at any of my opening of Stadium Club, I think I pulled one of these in one of those openings. I know I have pulled this, but this card here is actually one of the repeats from this year's Stadium Club. So that is actually really, really cool. Of course, the back would talk about Nolan Ryan and then say it was a reprint. This is how you know it's the real thing, is because it's actually a Nolan Ryan card. Other nice thing to see here is you see when Nolan Ryan's first card was as a pitcher for the Mets in 1968. A little bit before my time, but that's cool. Need to actually get one of the reprints, or get one of the originals of the reprints that we have, and that's what I'm really shooting for, is to try to get as many of those as possible. There's Mike Scott, Mike Sakoja, which actually shared the rookie card with Fernando Valenzuela. It's one that we actually pulled a little bit earlier in this in one of these videos. Neat to know we got two good ones from the Dodgers on the same rookie card, and that was usually the case. You usually got only one or two players on those rookie cards when they had multiples that really did very well. And beyond that, it wasn't a, I won't say it's a bust, because they still got to play in the big leagues, but not quite the same record as, or the same pedigree as, you know, the Fernando Valenzuelas or the Nolan Ryans or so on. Last pack. And maybe I'll have to fish out, and I'll put that up here on my wall of decorations. Is before the next video, I'll find the Nolan reprint along with the Nolan original. Try to build that one so we can actually see the version, the old and the new. Even though from the front they look exactly the same, you know, they still have the blue border and the Topps logo. So, you know, they did reprint this year's, so, or 1991's. So that's why the design looks the way it does. And honestly, I want to see if there is any differences. Some of these cards we've seen before. Again, that's pretty common. Once you find, you know, one, or you get one of the cards, you'll find there's a set order to them. And it's when they pull it from the orders is how you get your card. So these were retail packs, so, you know, when you go to the store and you may buy a pack or two, chances are you wouldn't have duplicates. You know, that one that we actually had duplicates right together, that was just two cards stuck together. But most of the time, when you bought two cards like that, you would or two packs, you wouldn't see the duplicates, so, or you wouldn't get them. But when you open up an entire box like this, you're definitely going to get some dupes. We still got a little bit of pack, a little bit edge problem. All right, and last card is Junior Ortiz. And we've seen that one before too. So that was a fun opening. I mean, obviously, you know, if I can't complain. You know, when you pull the Nolan Ryan, especially the Nolan Ryan, which is one of the cards that they actually reprinted for this year's Topps Stadium Club, that's actually pretty nice. So this was a fun opening, and definitely you know, extends my collection a bit. You know, I'll have to go and get these in with all the rest of the Stadium Club to find out, you know, how far we are. think whenever I've collated all the other cards that we've opened so far, and we haven't opened, I don't even think we've opened half this box yet. I have gotten almost a quarter of the box, or a quarter of the set completed. Hopefully I can complete the whole thing by the time we finish this box. I don't know, we'll see. It's still 300 cards. But make sure, you hit that subscribe and the notification. I will be putting up more videos as I cut more. And leave me any comments. Have you pulled any Stadium Club this year, and did you collect the Nolan Ryan cards? I know I pulled actually quite a few, so I'll be putting a few up on eBay just to give other people opportunity to pull or get and complete the sets if they haven't got to complete the entire insert set. So I appreciate your time, and until next time, bye now.